there's a fifth cup. There's a fifth one. And Jesus is in the garden. And he says, please let this cup pass for me. What was this cup? What cup did he have to drink? Well, the prophets tell us what this cup is. In Jeremiah 25:15, it says, this is the cup of God's wrath. This is the cup of God's furious anger and hatred towards sin. And when Jesus realized that he had to drink the cup of wrath, the Bible says his sweat began to turn to blood because he was so distressed in his body, not only to take on his sin because he never sinned, but to take on your sin and my sin. And he says, please let this one pass from me. Is there any other way? And the heavens were silent. And on the very next day, Jesus drank the cup of God's wrath poured out on all sin. Paul says that he who knew no sin became our sin so that we could have fellowship with God. And at 3 p.m. on Friday, he was hanging on a cross, and what did he say? It's finished. He said tetelestai, which is a Greek word. It's an accounting word that they would write on receipts, tetelestai. It means your bill has been paid in full. And as he said, remember the cup of redemption has poured out my blood. I am the Redeemer. I have purchased you. It's paid in full. I have drunk God's damnation that he should pour out on you. I drunk it for you. And then he gave up his spirit. And you know what's fascinating? To go all back to Exodus. Take the lamb, tie it up, has to be blemished, no blemishes. Jesus was sinless. I want you to sacrifice the lamb at twilight. You know what time twilight is? 3 p.m. You know what time Jesus gave his last breath up? 3 p.m. And what Jesus just said, I am the final and the last Passover lamb. No more sacrifices. No more bloodshed. And I took your punishment.